What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Friday edition of my MLB DFS podcast. We have a ton of games on tonight's main slate. We got 14 games. We had one game earlier in the day with the Diamondbacks and Cubs making 15 games for today. Every team in the entire MLB is playing today. 14-game main slate. Plenty to look at tonight. No real rain issues in any game either, which is awesome. There's a couple games that have some spotty showers, but nothing serious. We might not even see a delay, which is always good. So, as usual, guys, I'm going to give you guys a pitcher. I'm actually going to give you two pitchers today that I'm looking at, along with two infield and two outfield value plays. There's plenty of great games to look at, some good pitching, some high over-unders to stack some teams. We'll get into that just in a moment, right after I tell you guys about BetUS, my sponsored sportsbook. I'm going to put the link below, a minimum of $50 deposit. They will match it 125% if you use the promo code JOIN125. Again, I'll put the link below my video. Great sportsbook. I use it every day. My Vegas Guru Twitter account where I sell picks also for gambling. We went 4-0 yesterday in MLB, and a couple members hit some nice parlays. So BetUS, a great sports book. So jumping right into tonight's slate, I'm looking at Freddie Peralta of the Brewers. This game has a nice low over-under of 7.5 due to the fact that it's Peralta against Giolito, two very good pitchers. I like Peralta more than Giolito because he's at home. He's a bit of a favorite here, and he's a little bit cheaper, 9,300 with a 2.39 ERA. The White Sox have a decent offense, but outside of Tim Anderson and Jose Abreu, I'm not too concerned. Peralta should be able to rack up plenty of strikeouts like he usually does, and he's been on a great roll. He's such a good cash pitcher because he never blows up. He gave up 3 earned last game, which is actually the most he's given up all year. I didn't even know that. It's wild. He gave up 3 a second time on April 18th, but oh, here we go. There's one he gave up 5. But a majority of the time, he's going to get you over 6 strikeouts, as you can see in this column. He gets over 6 strikeouts every game, so he racks up the fantasy points. I do like him at 9,300. Another pitcher I was looking at, if you watched my video yesterday, I was on the A's against the Mariners. One of my gambling picks was the under in that game as well of 7.5, and we saw Manaea absolutely destroy the Mariners. He had 13 Ks in 7 innings. Unfortunately, my bats didn't do much, so it didn't help. But that pick, going off of that, I'm looking at Frankie Montas of the A's here at 8,600. He could be a good GPP play. He can get blown up enough where I don't like him in cash games, but for tournaments, he can light it up. Over his last 2 games, he has 17 combined strikeouts. He's gone over 6 innings. And like I've said with Sean Manaea yesterday, the Mariners aren't a great hitting team, and there's usually a low over-under when the Mariners play for good reason. Montas has a really good upside tonight, so he's a good tournament play. For the infield, I'm looking at Tyler Stevenson. I like picking Stevenson as a salary relief guy when the Reds are expected to score runs, and the Reds are certainly expected to score runs tonight. They're favorites in this game. The over-under is very high. They're expected to hit Wade LeBlanc of the Cardinals, and Stevenson draws a righty-lefty matchup at 2,300, so cheap. He's not the best player, but he's batting a nice 274, and there'll probably be guys on base when he's up. 2,300 is just really cheap, so I'm going to take advantage of that price. By no means an absolute lock, but he's definitely a guy I'm looking at to save some cash on my FanDuel roster tonight. 2,300 is a good play when he's batting third. Second infield play, I like the Twins as a stack a lot tonight. I liked them yesterday, and they really shit the bed. But I'm going to have a short-term memory with them because they have another great matchup tonight at home against Alex Cobb. Cobb is surprisingly pitching pretty well this year, 7-3 record, 4 ERA. But Vegas is liking the Twins a lot tonight, and so am I. I think this over-under is 10 right now, and the Twins are favorites. So Donaldson at 3,100 batting in the heart of this lineup is a pretty good play. I do like him at that price in his spot in the lineup. For the outfield, Most expensive guy here, but he's my favorite play on the night. I think you just need Juan Soto in cash games. I think he's going to go off. 4,700, that's like Mike Trout territory, but he's playing like Mike Trout right now. He's been going off since the second half of the year started, and the Nationals are in just as good of a spot as any other spot all year long in Baltimore. Camden Yards is a pretty friendly hitting ballpark, and Jorge Lopez is a friendly hitting pitcher. A 2-12 record and 6.04 ERA. A nice lefty-righty matchup. Juan Soto is the guy tonight. I know he's expensive, but he's the best play, and you probably need him on your cash game lineups. He's been going off. As you can see in his game log, he's putting up some ridiculous numbers. He has a 50 spot, a 60 spot, 37. The guy walks every game over the last all week long. He has walked at least once. He hits homers. He can steal bases. I mean, talk about a 5-tool player. I will spend up 4,700 on Juan Soto against Jorge Lopez of the Orioles tonight. That seems like a pretty comfortable position for me to spend that kind of money. So a nice play in the outfield. Then my second play in the outfield, we're going to try to get some salary relief off of Juan Soto. I'm looking at Trevor Larnach, or Lanark, whatever. I don't even know how to say it. But with Nelson Cruz being dealt to the Rays, Trevor's going to be batting in the middle of this lineup more often. A lefty-righty matchup against Cobb, and he's 2,100. To be batting cleanup on a Twins team that should score some runs tonight at almost bare minimum price, I will take that every day of the week. Even if he only gets like 6 or 9 fantasy points, we will take it. If you want guys like Juan Soto in your lineup, you're going to have like a Trevor Lanark. I can't even say his name. I feel like there's an R in there, but there's not at the end. Or Tyler Stevenson. You need these cheap guys if you want to have Juan Soto in your lineup tonight. So I don't mind this play batting cleanup against Alex Cobb tonight. That'll sum up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and have a great weekend. I will be back on Monday for more MLB videos. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.